Hello, I am Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and I've just hit the wrong button. Right. This is... Yes, I'm confusing myself here. This is, Fantastic Contraption, which is a game, for the HTC Vive, which I'm enjoying very immensely when I can actually get to manage to make it work. What this is I need to get this here item, which I cannot pick up, into that there goal. Now, there are a lot of different levels to this, and I've been going quite a few. What I've been doing up to now is I would be creating. I would have the item in here, and I'd be able to make some kind of little car. I'm going to drive it in. Clearly, what I need to do is I need to knock that into there. Right. Okay. So what I'm just going to do is see if I can't get a decent view of what I'm doing, because I'll be working in here. I don't know. I'm just experimenting with ways of making this visible. See, in this, I am that sheep that you can see, and theoretically, what I could do is I can leave this camera like there. And I just quickly nip across to my user, and I change camera mode like that, and then I hit that button, which I don't want to do. And so now you're seeing from that one camera. So you're not getting that really confusing view from my headset where I'm just kind of moving around and that's all moving around. You can just kind of see what I'm doing here. So I need to move that goal into there. Right? That goal into that goal object into the end there. Now I've got a little, this is a little a miniature version, so you can see everything. You can even see a little me, so you can see me waving. And so that's good for me to look around and kind of think, oh, okay, how's that going to work? So we'll just park that. See there. Where's my cat? Oh, that's not the cat. I have a cat. The cat just farted. Right, this is the cat. The cat has things on it. Say hello. No? Which way are you pointing? There you go. There's the cat. Cat has various things on it. Specifically, it's got two types of stick. Got this type of stick, and I can expand it. This is the other type of stick, and that they can just join up, and then I can, make little things like this. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make... I've got wheels, and I can connect like that. And if I plonk the whole thing down there and I hit this button, it'll head off and not actually do very much in this case. Alright. So clearly what I'm going to want to do, the other thing is there are pins on this cat, so I can just pop everything. Gonna get rid of everything else. Also the pins stick in the ground, which I'm not quite sure you can see from where you are. So what I need to do is make a machine that'll knock that into there. So I think what I want is a very simple... There's also some shortcuts, like I can do this, and I've got I want one of these. So I'm going to make like a little tripod, I think. Right, and that's going to stick. I have to have a think about this. And so I'm going to want an arm that's going to come around. And so the idea would be to have like that, only the other way around. And then it falls over. Because these in fact don't have any kind of support. So we'll just grab, actually, yeah. Whoa. So I can do things like this and just attach everything nice and simple. And so that's now going to do that. So what happens if I just attach that? Oh, okay. It will eventually fall over. Okay. Not elegant, but it worked. This here is the dog, and touching the dog like that. Touching the dog like that, and I now go to the next level. Just the reason I went is because now the goal object is right above me. I'm not quite sure I can put you camera, such that you can see everything you need to see. I have the goal object, and now I need to make it go up. Which I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do. I don't even know what level I'm on. So you can see if I grab this, this is welcome to Giraffe Island. I don't think you get the text. No, you don't get the text. There's text on front of that only I can read. But you can see you can see me. In fact, if I turn that around, you can see me, and you can see, you know, that ceiling. And so I somehow have to get this upwards. Yeah, okay. So this is the bit you have to come up with some kind of clever contraption, a fantastic contraption, if you will, to enable this to happen. What would make this go up? Well, I could maybe make some kind of catapult. See if I made, because at the moment I've been attaching this to. Actually, why don't I just make a catapult? Why don't I just make a catapult? That's nice and simple. So we'll make a little frame. I've got cables falling on my back, which you can't see. There's theoretically a what they call a mixed reality mode, where by placing that camera that you can see, if I place that on top of a camera I actually have, and then I can special effect myself in with some green screen, which would involve me like putting lots of green screen up around me, which might not be all that easy. And then you actually see me in you know, what effectively cyberspace, I guess. No, that's all. Oh, come on. I might need you later. You're going the wrong way. I want you. No, I want you to get. No, you're going the right way. That's fine. That's what I want. Touch that. So that's going to go. So it's going to fall over because I haven't put any struts on it. But. So this is a great use of VR because I'm building things very, very quickly. Something that would be quite difficult to do with a mouse, for example. Right, it would help. Okay, so I need to make that a better base. So if I was going to do this, I'd have to have a fairly enormous... I mean, yeah, I can do that, I suppose. I mean, the cheap version would be something like that. Oh! The problem being, it's not strong enough with that weight on. So what we're going to do... Oh, did that actually hit the cat? No. Right, alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Basically, I'm trying to see if I can't make a bit of a counterbalance off this end. Oh. Alright, so we're going to attach a couple of wheels. And did I put the cat in the way of that? Right, I put the cat in the way, didn't I? Right, so we're going to have to show that again. I put the cat right, I'm so sorry, that's really stupid. So that works as a counterweight. And that works. And then it all falls over, which is just silly. Right, let's move this out of the way again. I threw the cat off the... I'm sorry, cat. I did not mean to do that. Right. We're going to give that another go. I'm going to basically walk straight through my contraption. And so we're going to do it from the side this time. So counterweights and goal object. And then it all just collapses in a heap and looks stupid. Let's go look at the next one. Right turn island, okay. So, right turn island, as you can see, I start here and I'm going to have to go somehow. I think this might be a bit too much for one go. I think right. Or, you know, there are other options, of course. There are other options. Let's check that out of the way. So, grab you. So this is going to be. So ideally, what it's trying to get a nice view of both the goal and my work area, so you get some idea of what I'm making. See, I reckon. Where's the cat? There you are. I reckon if I just make a relatively simple car that goes off in that direction, it'll then get hit. It'll hit off the wall and then fall in the right place. Although I suspect there's a little gap. There's a gap right there, which I suspect is to stop me from doing exactly and precisely that. That is not what I meant to do. So I'm going to make a very simple car. We're going to, well, grab this out of the way first. Car. Going to have a thing on the front to try and guide it round. keep forgetting the shortcuts you can do, because it's just really simple then to do stuff like this. I'm just going to give that a test run without attaching anything to it. Alright, so let's give that some solidity. And set that off running. So that shouldn't collapse the same way. But it still just falls over. So it's not very stable, which I could possibly fix just by doing something like this. Actually, let's use one of these. They've cunningly thought of this. Alright, come back here. The other possibility is that I like the way everything except the one thing I want to move is moving there. Alright, I've broken a lot of details here. So now we're just gonna try a different, same idea, obviously. Oh, that's not quite what I had in mind, but I don't really mind that much. Where's the? There's that bit. And that's going to need some rigidity. Oh, stop that. The other possibility is hooking off that cube that's kind of just off that side there. That's probably not going to work either, because I wanted that to lift up. Yeah. So I want that kind of more up, and then rigid up to like that. Oh, the goal object. I don't really care about that yet. It's a work in progress. Now, this is the point where maybe I'm doing this kind of iterative design where I'm having more and more goes. At what point do I say, actually, this idea is a dismal failure, and shouldn't be attempted anymore, and I'm just being silly? Oh. See, the thing is, if that kind of wobbles its way through, which is I think it might do, I'm going to accept that. You know, that was really silly, but it worked. So, right. What I'm going to do is going to see if I can get a better view for you guys. I'm going to run it again. Hopefully, it'll just run the same again. So it's just kind of wibbling and wobbling its way across. And again. So I'm not particularly proud. I don't really care. That was essentially a pretty cheap victory there, but I don't mind. So this is fantastic contraption. It's a really good fun. If you happen to have one of these beasties, then I'd suggest Vive. Then this is one of the games that comes with it. So, and I like the fact that I can actually kind of emote to it and kind of point and kind of like, wait, I can go like this and then go rawr. I'm going to point at you. Where's my stick? Back you in the eye. You get, for some reason, eye stalks. So you put eyes on your thing. So I'm going to say thanks very much for watching. Do hit like and subscribe. Enjoy these videos. Come visit Neil After Dice at neil.afterdice.com. We're also available on Facebook and on Twitter. And until next time, make a fantastic contraption. And now all I need to do is find out which way I'm pointing so I can actually turn everything on. I really need a friend to come and help me with these things.